praise, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Allen now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On play action, Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
But the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
79 Broncos.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Taron Johnson able to pick it.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they went to the challenge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Operating from the gun, Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. After one, 7-0. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Rolling to his left.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st down, Allen.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
His throw incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
On 3rd down, it's Morgan. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen over the middle, complete. It's George. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Lawrence. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field.
Touchdown, Bills! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Go, Reeves, go! Go!
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the 31, Allen.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now Allen again. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, Allen. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Touchdown! Herb Smith Jr., 32 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
60.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Allen off the play fake. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's George. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He finds his man complete. It's Morgan. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Flush to his right. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Morgan. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau, his 2nd sack of the night. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Flushed out right. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On play action, Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
So 3 plays already, first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. You got to secure it.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
56, 56.
Allen now on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 3rd down, it's Morgan. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st down, Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say because...
And now here's another interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realist.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games, no swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Frosting with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got it down. She real vicious. Rockabye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to let me. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and ballin' at 27, I feel like Iman Sherper. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, allegiance my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help me get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavor.